But it seems like there's a disconnect among some top local officials when it comes to crime in our nation's capital. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says she's seen success in working with the White House, but the Attorney General in D.C., Brian Schwalb, is suing the Trump administration to send the troops home. It all comes as the National Guard's deployment there was just extended until the end of November. So what happens in the next few months? With us now, Chairman of the D.C. Police Union, Gregg Pemberton. Greg, great to see you. Do you think that this is working? Should the National Guard stay for indefinitely?
Jonathan, thanks for having me. I can tell you that over the past 3 weeks of this federal involvement, there has been a night and day difference in the District of Columbia. Crime is down across all categories. Carjackings are down 86%, robberies are down 45%, violent crime is down 25%. There was a report out of the White House that total crime was down 30%. Neighborhoods that just a month ago looked like war zones are starting to look like Mayberry. And what we've seen over the past month is remarkable. And imagine that. You send law enforcement into areas that are plagued with crime and you allow them to do their jobs properly. Guess what? Criminals are going to get arrested and crime is going to go down. This has been a remarkable experiment. It's an anathema to what we've seen for the past 5 years, which is that we need to defund the police. We need to reduce the size and scope of police departments. We need to expose police officers to accountability. This proves that that is an abject failure, and we need to get back to policing these communities.
So would you say that police officers in general in D.C. are happy to see uniformed National Guard alongside them? There's not any feeling at all that they shouldn't be there, and it sets a strange precedent to have military uniforms on the street?
Absolutely not. These are D.C. National Guardsmen. These are our neighbors. These are people that live in the district and serve their nation and this city. What they're doing is providing a presence. They're providing an extra set of eyeballs, an extra set of feeling of security to citizens. And guess what? It's scaring criminals. Criminals are not committing crimes in the areas that these National Guardsmen are there. And when they do, the Guardsmen are there to intervene or to contact police to have us respond and take police action. Suggesting that this is some sort of military occupation is ridiculous and preposterous and is belied by the results. What we want here is less victims of crime, and that's what we all should be advocating for. We shouldn't be complaining over here that we see a couple of guys in fatigues on the corner. That shouldn't be bothering people. What should be bothering these elected officials is 960 carjackings and 300 murders a year. That's what we all should be focused on right now.
So Greg, what's the long-term look like? Is there a scenario in which that becomes the norm, that National Guard troops are on the streets and standing on corners, as you put it, in D.C.? Or is the way forward to increase the number of police officers and have the police take back all of law enforcement in D.C.?
That's right, Jonathan. It's the latter. And the problem here is that our city council 5 years ago passed a bill called the Comprehensive Policing and Justice Reform Act. That bill was designed to defund the police and reduce the size of the police department, and it was overwhelmingly successful. We have an authorized strength of 4,000 police officers, but unfortunately, we only have 3,180 right now, leaving us with more than 800 vacancies for the position of sworn officer, which is why we haven't been able to keep a handle on crime over the past few years. But thankfully, Congress is stepping in, and they're producing a number of pieces of legislation this week that will undo a lot of the nonsense that our radical city council has passed in the past 5 years. And if those measures pass the House and the Senate and are ultimately signed by the president, we can get back to staffing this department in very short order. And once we get those staffing levels up, we can ask those guardsmen to go back to doing their regular jobs, and the police officers can take over this job, which is what we've always wanted to do.
Gregg Pemberton of the D.C. Police Union Chairman. Greg, great to see you this Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend, sir.
Jonathan, thanks for having me.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.